until they die. You know what I mean? You know, once you start going pro se, and even some of you guys can do informal paupers, which means you don't have any money, and so you don't have to pay the fees because you still have legal access to the law, and you just keep them in court and just keep fighting. You know, if some dude walked up to a mall and grabbed hold of your kid and walked away, what kind of fight would you put on for your kid? How about that big guy? Would you yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you think someone's gonna walk up to this guy and grab his kid? The guy would look like a hamburger meat, okay? But what they do is, they say if tyranny shows up, tyranny will show up dressed in a uniform, wrapped in a flag. Oh, I'm from the authorities. We're gonna have to take your little kid from you just temporarily. You know, you have to follow the law. We're gonna make a little chalk circle. You stand in the middle. Don't get mad. That's all psyops, man. You need to fight. You need to fight until you're dead. You know what I mean? I was raised in a forest. I'm from the Black Forest of Europe. And in America, you have these raccoons. They look cute. Raccoons are fighters. And a raccoon will fight a dog. You know what I mean? A raccoon gets caught in a trap, he'll chew his own leg off. I mean, raccoons are all that. You know what I mean? They're fighters. What is it? The test is, what does it take to stop you? You know, God says a righteous man falls 7 times and rises up again. What does it take to stop you? You know, some guy gonna yell at you? People say to me, well, the judge doesn't like me. I'm like, the judge doesn't like you? Who cares if the judge likes you, man? The dude stole all your money, stole your kids, and you're worrying about whether he likes you or not. I mean, we have words for that. Yeah, I'll be kind, but, you know, come on, man. You know, you get some testosterone going. So the bottom line is that fight on a tactical level. When do you stop fighting? You stop fighting when you're dead, okay? You know, you just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. You know, my mother is a Rosen Romanish, you guys call them Celts here. They call them Celts over there. I'm from a barbarian family. You know what I mean? We just fight until everyone's dead. You know, that's the Byzantine business model, you know? You steal my children, I'm gonna fight you. The money is secondary. I tell guys and girls, we have a few girls that have gone through this, is that the money has to be fought for also, not because you care about the money, but because they strip you of your money, then you can't fight. You know, for example, like AIDS, or whatever AIDS is that, you know, it takes away your ability to defend yourself from the very disease. If they take all your money, then you can't fight effectively. So yeah, you take care of your financial side, but your heart is for the custody for the little ones. So what I'm telling you is fight. They tell you don't fight. They say, oh, you have anger issues. Yeah, I got anger issues. Now don't tell them that. You know what I mean? When I go to court, I sit with my legs crossed in the middle, I clip my nose hairs, and I try to behave. You know what I mean? But for real, I'm a gangster. Don't tell anybody that. Be our little secret, okay? I'm a fighter, and you better be a fighter too. Don't let them steal your children. Don't let them wear you down. Oh, we have to have a continuance. Oh, we got to get back to you next month, next week. Man, because of my background, I'm a soldier. You know, we do crazy things as soldiers. You know, they wouldn't let me see my children for a year. I wasn't allowed to see their face. You know what I mean? And I kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And you know when I stopped fighting? I stopped fighting when I'm dead. Okay? You got to carve my heart out with a rusted knife, burn my body, put it in a jar, check it every night, make sure I'm still dead. Okay? You know, we need to have an attitude. You know, I appreciate the technicalities. We need a technical background. And then we got researchers. We need someone who can write up what they call a white paper. You don't know what a white paper is, ask me. They'll tell you what a white paper is, okay? Doesn't mean blank paper, okay? But the idea is that, you know, we need to have the background, but you need to have an attitude. And it's natural. They try to take it from you. Don't let them take it from you. Tactically, fight like crazy. Tactically, meet with other guys, you know? You know, people are broke, that's fine. Do McDonald's. Buy them one of these things. Thank McDonald's for giving us a free drink, you know?
Yeah.
The idea is that get together, work on your case, do your homework. If you're lazy, if you're stupid, just might as well lay down. This isn't for lazy, stupid people. You got to try to get in your A game. Don't tell me about no athletes, you know, so-and-so threw 100 yards, so-and-so this. That doesn't mean anything to me. You steal my children, you have my undivided attention.
Yep.
Does that make any sense? You know, am I alone up here? What?
Not absolutely not.
So tactically, get an attitude, keep an attitude, focus. There's plenty of brain trust here. Illinois fathers got plenty of guys. I work with Iowa fathers. Those guys are insane. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are off the chain. Work with those guys. Work with the guys in Michigan. Michigan fathers. They wear suits and ties. They behave. But you know, these guys are academics. You know, we can work with them. I work with them all, F4J, anybody. I'm willing to listen to anybody. I get all kinds of information from everywhere. This is now your full-time job. You know, your employment, your degrees, your titles, meaningless. You know, focus on this.
Hey, how's it going?
Tactically. Now, Martin Luther King.
Oh,
My
wow,
family
here's
worked
the
with Martin
Capitol.
Luther King, which is another reason why my dad left the country, but that's another story.
We're having
But,
Fatherless Day.
There's a reason I was raised in Europe. But the point is that
We're having a
they were part of
protest
the
out.
Father's
Yeah, we're
right,
having
the
protests
Civil
out
Rights
here.
Movement. And Martin Luther King would help people individually.
Yep. Yes, sir.
But if he didn't help people tactically, they'd still be sitting in the back of the bus.
Damn straight, brother.
And so what I'm saying is, we need to function not just on a tactical basis, fighting for your children, and have other guys help you to fight for your children.
Well,
but you gotta
I got
do
somebody up
strategic.
speaking
You
right
gotta
now. Let me
come
give you a
top
call
down.
back here in about 10 minutes.
We
So
need
is that
to
cool?
work together as a group.
All right,
And we got Facebook,
all right, buddy.
we got
Later.
we have smartphones for dumb people. You know, we got Twitter, we got everything. Why are we not working together more? Why are we not communicating better? The bottom line is that we should have quarterly activities like this. We should have the fatherless days. My buddies from F4J in Europe, they have what's called Father Christmas. So we did the Father Christmas thing. And then in the summer, get a park, like someone said, a forest preserve. Do laser tag, do face painting, whatever, you know. Get together and have some fun things at the zoo. You know, there's enough, it doesn't matter how broke you are, you know, there's enough activities that we can get together on a quarterly basis for Fatherless Day, for Father Christmas. We did a hotel, what was it called? Heartbreak Hotel. We did all kinds of crazy things, you know. So the bottom line is have quarterly events as a group. You need what's called, in the business world, it's called synergy. That's why they have conventions. You know, why does a company spend, you know, $20 million having a convention? You want synergy, you want energy. You know, we build on each other. They want to isolate you. You're the only one going through this. You're weird, you're depressed, hang yourself. No, I'm not suicidal, I'm on the other end of the scale. We don't talk about that. But the idea is that, yeah, I don't believe in leaving alone. But the idea is that you know they want to isolate you. Oh, you're the only one. You're not the only one. There's 25 million of us, and then there's parents. You know, it breaks the hearts of the parents to go through this, and grandparents. You know, so the bottom line is that get the synergy with the group meetings, and then tactically also, like you said, flyers, going to this group meeting he was talking about. Every state has these little things where you
They go set it on the table and let it dry. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
What they do is they just try to drag out the litigation process to wear you down. Again, back to the raccoon analogy or the beaver analogy. The beaver will sucker the big dog into the water and swim backwards and just wear the big stupid dog out, chasing him and drowning him. You know, they want to wear you out. But if you understand what's going on, you understand the game that they're playing. So yeah, you want to learn your tactical techniques. You want to get together strategically and have group meetings and group efforts. And the other thing that's really important, again, Martin Luther King, he would help people individually, but you got to get over here. We got to take this about 100 yards that way. Okay? You with me? Every single one of you guys, go online, girls, whatever, go online, look up your politician. There's a guy sitting in an office, you know, he's got free food and some secretaries, and he's got a rough life, right? You need to know his name. There's 4 different types of people you need to know that you're paying for. Your state senator, your federal senator, your state congressman, your federal congressman. You need to know their name. They need to know your name, okay? They have a town meeting, you need to be sitting there with an Illinois Father shirt on the front row. And you stand there with your hand. Come on, big guy, you can do this. Sit on the front row, Illinois Fathers, stick your hand up through the whole meeting until he calls on you. You know what I mean? With attitude, man. You know? I mean, I'm not afraid of any of these people. You stole my cake. You know what I mean? You just need to beat me down and burn me or whatever. You know, you stole my cake. Sit in the front row, Illinois Fathers, and then he calls on you. Then you get a little 3x5 card, and you read it. I believe that both fit parents, F-I-T, fit, need to be able to have access to their children. Thank you for your time. And every time that guy shows up, you're there in him. That's what I did. Mitt Romney hated me. Every time Mitt Romney got off an airplane, he saw my mug. It was terrifying to him. And I was asking the same question. And I had my little video camera, and I was up under his chin. He wouldn't let me interview him. I mean, LA, New York, everywhere. I was dead on him. And I was on Ron Paul. And Ron Paul always said, you know, he believes in our rights. You know what I mean? But the point is that Mitt Romney hated me. And we got after Obama, too. We were at his meeting, too. Hey, yo. You know what I mean? And he gave the same stupid answer. Well, you know, those are state issues. Not state issues. It's federal law. Equal protection under the law. You know, we're not all stupid. We all live the same. We ain't all the same. You know what I mean? Some of us do our homework. Equal protection under the law. Equal rights. So the bottom line is that you fight tactically and help these guys going through the tactical battles. And then, if you're in a position to come down strategically, get together with your politician, get over there and knock on their door. If 20 people went knocking on their door strategically, you got local people here that can line you up for the background, send you the right place, you know, get that train to come down here, get that bus to come down here, you know, come on down here, get in there, He's going to see you. He's not going to give you an hour to talk about your story. He'll give you 10 minutes, and you be succinct. You get some white papers, some research papers. You get a bill that we've had passed in other states, you know, and you get in front of him. Hey, sir, I'm from your district. That's why he's meeting with you. You know what I mean? Yeah, hey, I want to know, I got my little video camera. What's your position on read your little card. What's your position on the right of both fit parents to see their children? You know what I mean? And WFA means wait for answer. Okay? You know, so how you doing, sir? What's your position on the rights of both fit parents to see their children? WFA, wait for answer. You know what I'm saying? And then let them talk. You know what I mean? And they're politicians, so they'll pat you on the head, pat you on the bum, send you out the door, but they're not going to forget that you are knocking on their door. Go knock on their door. Go knock on their office that's in your city. There's a city there, and you call the nice little secretary, and you say, hey, when's the politician going to be in town? Oh, he's not going to be in town for 2 weeks. Okay, guess what? 2 weeks, I want to be there. And talk nice, man. Don't talk crazy. Talk nice. How you doing? You know, hey, you know, when's he going to be in town? Oh, he's going to be around 2 weeks. He's going to have a little picnic. Guess what picnic you're going to be at? You're going to be at that picnic with the Illinois Father shirt on. You know what I'm saying? You know, do it as a group. Don't do it as an individual. They can pick you off as an individual. You do it as a group. And then you get other people. You call me. You know what I mean? I'll come down. I ain't afraid of nobody, dead or alive. I fear only God. Everyone else, hey, drop dead. My fear button burned off a long time ago. You know, put me on your list. Put me on the front of your list. Put a circle around my name. None of that means nothing to me. Okay? So bottom line is, you go see your politician locally. You come down here and knock on his door. You go to Washington, D.C. Me and my buddies from Iowa, these guys are stone crazy. We all get together in a car. We drive from Iowa straight through to Washington, D.C., knock on their doors, and then we drive all the way back. You know what I'm saying? These guys are corn-fed. I mean, I don't know what's up with these guys, you know? Gotta take a break for a bathroom break, you know? But the idea is that, you know, go to D.C., go here, go to your local office. Tactically, Martin Luther King wouldn't have got it done if he wasn't working on the tactical level. And so we need the group meetings. We need to work together. We need to be strategic. We need to get over this fear factor. We need to keep an attitude. We need to love our kids. Let's do this thing. My name is Tony Taylor, Captain Tony Taylor. A lot of Tony Taylors, only one Captain Tony Taylor. www.captaintonytaylor.com. I'm real hard to get a hold of. I got like 7 phones. None of them work. But the easiest way to get a hold of me is Facebook. You know, I try to go on there every day and do a little posting on Facebook. But the bottom line is, get a hold of me. I'll go to D.C. with you. I'll go here. I'll come to your city. I'll go meet with your politician. He ain't 10 feet tall, and even if he is, I'll still go see him. I don't care. You know what I mean? You're not alone. Let's work together as a team. You know, I appreciate this man's effort putting this together. Let's do this again. Bring some more, and I'll do it alone. I will do a protest by myself. I'll take that sandwich board and wear the sandwich board and stand in front of that courthouse alone.
Amen.
And you should be willing to do the same thing. I ain't afraid of nobody. I fear only God. But at the same time, it's good to work together as a team. A lot harder to take us out as a team. So I appreciate you guys sacrificing your time, coming down here. Appreciate it, putting everything together. Let's do this. There's enough energy, there's enough intelligence, there's enough clock hours, there's enough finance here to make a difference. Hitler, I hate to use Hitler analogy, but I'm Austrian. You know, Hitler started off with 7 guys, conquered Europe, killed 50 million people. Okay, it wasn't a nice thing to do. But the point is that he only had 7 guys in a beer hall, and he conquered Europe. Napoleon, you know, everyone was running around in the French Revolution, hanging everybody, chopping everybody's heads off like crazy, man. Napoleon rose up, conquered all of Europe twice. You know what I mean? I mean, we've got more than that. There's 25 million of us. There's 25 million non-custodial dads. 95% of us are men, but there's girls out there too. I believe in equal rights. You know what I mean? Unless she's got some particular crime against these children, she should see them too. But 95% of the time, it's us. Guys are getting ripped up. And so, new wives, grandparents, they support us. We appreciate everybody. Let's do this. Let's fight, and let's just keep fighting. And the fighting stops when it's all over. You know what I mean? Let's help these young guys. Let's go beat on these politicians' doors. This makes sense to me. Is anybody with me on this?
Yeah!